Hi, I'm Nihad, and I'm going to quickly show you how you can send verbal feedback with Vibbl, and then I'm going to give you a bit of a breakdown about how you can use the app in a number of different ways. So let's get to it and let's get that timer on. So I'm going to send some verbal feedback. Hi Tom, I really like the tone of voice used in this piece of writing. However, next time I'd love to see you use a more varied use of punctuation. Thank you so much. And that's sent. Woohoo! So I'm going to click on English 10B, which is the class that I want to open to send feedback to. And today I'm going to send feedback to Tom Pepper. So I'm going to click on Tom Pepper, and this will open up a screen which allows me to take a photograph of the work in front of me. I'm going to take a photo of the work. I can edit that work and make that image smaller if I like. Click next, and now I'm going to click the tick on the top right, and it's going to take me through to this screen. Here I'm going to record verbal feedback for Tom. So I'm going to say, "Hi Tom, I really like the way that you've described this house in this piece of descriptive writing. Next time it would be great if you could use a little bit more figurative language in your writing. I'm only telling you this because I know you're really good at writing and I want you to be the best that you can be. And this is a topic that we covered in the last lesson." So at the bottom of the student portal for Vibbl, I'd like you to respond to this with 3 examples of figurative language for me, please, as your homework. Thank you. Okay, now I've recorded that piece of feedback. I can listen back to that if I wanted to by clicking on that blue play button in the bottom left, or I could delete it. And I'm going to click confirm because I'm happy with it and I'd like to send that feedback. And that feedback is now sent successfully. You can see at the bottom it says success. That feedback is sent. And if I want to double check that, I can click on feeds, which is on the left hand side at the bottom of my screen. And this will show me, this will give me an indication of all of the activity that's happened with the feedback that I've sent. I'm going to scroll down with my finger just to refresh it. And you can see that that feedback has been sent to Tom Pepper. I can click on that. I can view the image. I can listen to that feedback again if I want to. And if I want to send some follow-on feedback, I can click on this green button in the bottom right hand side, and I can add a text comment, or I could record another verbal comment if I want to, which I'm going to do now. "Hi Tom, just a quick follow-up. Just want to double check that you know what you need to do next. If you could just write down for me, please, in the Vibbl platform what you need to do next, that would be great. Thank you." And I can now send that follow-on comment to Tom as well, which he'll then receive. So that's it. That's how you can send feedback really quickly with Vibbl. So one of the new features we have with Vibbl is the ability to send group feedback. So if I click on this class, English 10B, you can see I have 5 students here. So it's not representative of a normal class where you maybe have 30 or even more. But what I can do is I can toggle this button at the top where it says group feedback, change that from red to green. And this now gives me the option to select multiple students. So if I wanted to send whole class feedback, I could select all of the class and send one piece of feedback to that whole class. Or I could select a custom group of students to send that feedback to. I'm going to click next. Are you happy with your group selection? Yes, I am. Click confirm. Okay, now I could take an image of some work, or if I want to, I can actually click this button in the bottom left-hand corner to open up images from my camera roll. So I'm actually going to open up an image here from my gallery. Okay. I'm going to add that image, which is a picture of the letter A, and I'm going to click next. Okay, so now I'm going to record group feedback to this group, which I've called Group A. "Hello everyone, I'm just sending you group feedback, and you're in Group A, if you remember from the last lesson, in terms of what it said on the whiteboard. And you're in Group A because I would like you all to complete a specific task. So in the last lesson, we identified that one area which you'd want to do to improve your creative writing is to focus on the use of diverse punctuation in your writing. So I would like all of you, please, in Group A, to write 5 sentences for me, please, with using a diverse range of punctuation, and explain what you've done with each sentence. Just do that for me, please, at the bottom of the Vibbl platform. Add a comment there and then send it back to me. Thank you. Okay, I've recorded that feedback. I can play it back if I want to, and if I want to, I can just click confirm and now send that feedback onto that entire group. I've got that green pop-up again, so that feedback has successfully gone through. Again, if I'm paranoid, I can click on feeds. I can refresh by scrolling down, and I can see I've now sent feedback to 3 students all at the same time, and they all have exactly the same feedback. So that's gone to Amelia, that's gone to Megan, and that's gone to Tom. And again, I can send follow-on comments if I want. Hi there, I'm going to show you now very quickly how you can use QR codes to significantly speed up the process of sending feedback to individual students. So the QR code will essentially mean that you skip out the first 2 steps of sending feedback with Vibbl. And to access your codes on the web app, you'll see a QR code icon next to each class. If you click on the icon, it'll automatically download a PDF which you can then print out onto labels and stick them in your students' books. Alternatively, we have a QR poster which you can print out on an A4 sheet of paper, and you can use that as well. All of the guides for this are in the FAQ section on the web app if you have a look there. So on the app, you can see there's a little QR button at the bottom. I'm going to click on that button and it's going to open what looks like a camera. You can see I've got a label on the front of this book, so all I have to do is just hover over that QR code, and now it's going to quickly say scan successfully Tom Pepper. I click OK, and that takes me straight through to the screen where I can take an image and send some feedback. I can take multiple images of the feedback if I want to. And then I can send that feedback to Tom. Hi Tom, really like this piece of work. I think next time it would be great to see more use of diverse punctuation in your writing. I remember the last piece that you did, there was excellent use of semicolons in that piece of work, and I'd love to see more semicolons in your work going forward as well. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to send that feedback to Tom, and now Tom will have received that feedback with 2 images attached to it. Okay, so that's another way that you can use Vibbl to give really meaningful feedback. You could kind of hone in on specific sections. If you've got an extended writing piece with 5 pages, you could just take images of specific sections and give feedback on that, or you could add an image of a mark scheme alongside an image that you've taken to give that contextualized feedback to drive your students forward. Hope this helps.